Oh, the snowball?
Snowball.
Snowball.
Blue snowball.
We're not going yet, are we?
Yeah, we are, sure.
Oh.
We've been going for about 5 seconds.
Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to another version of TN Talk Time's Critical Role Talk.
Critical Role Talk.
And this one is pretty cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
They just did the Indianapolis Live.
Yep, at Gen Con.
Yep.
Episode 109.
And it's leading into a pretty intense battle.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
I agree.
Yeah.
It should be interesting.
It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And they did so well on this one. I was cackling just about the whole time.
Yeah, my dad told me that he heard me just randomly, constantly just laughing.
Yes.
The whole time.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. And I watched it. I watched the last half of it twice because I didn't remember if I had seen the whole thing or not, because I did stop at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remembered, I did hear this part, but I was distracted when I was watching it the first time.
Oh.
And so I got to actually see it all. And you have to see it all to get the nuances, especially with Travis. I mean, he was in rare form.
Rare form. They liked him.
Yeah, they were all good. They were all, raring to go and spot on. And you mentioned before about how impressed you were with all their different voices.
Yeah, there's a point towards the end of the episode that Matt was... there's a lot of characters coming together, and he was remembering every single voice and being spot on with it. It was pretty incredible. He was doing a lot of work towards the end of that episode.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
And it was astounding. I mean, I say basically the same things every time I watch them. Mm-hmm. But part of the fun of watching a live one is seeing hearing how everyone else is reacting the same way that you are.
Yeah.
And it's got to mean something to them as actors to get this feedback.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, when you're just talking amongst yourself, basically, is what they do, and it's being recorded.
Yeah.
You might tend to wonder, well, did that go over the way I wanted it to? Or, are people really enjoying this? And, that's the plus of having a live audience.
Oh, yeah. You get immediate, instantaneous feedback.
And it was awesome to hear the roar of laughter or the squeal of delight or the when Vecna from the other side of the room. Well, it's already available. We won't be doing spoilers, or would it still be a spoiler?
No, it's not available. It's out there on the internet now. If you haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, Vecna makes a cameo, and from how Matt did it, from the other side of the room, you hear a familiar voice, and
as soon as he said familiar voice, everyone's like,
and Laura's up there going shit. No, it wasn't shit. It was the F word.
Yeah.
But she's going shit. And then he did the voice. The audience went crazy.
Yep.
And that's just, it was dun dun dun, and then you heard the voice of Vecna. Vecna.
Yep.
Vecna.
Oh yeah.
And it was stupendous.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Just to hear the 2,500 people in the crowd, just at one time, incredible.
Matter of fact, I think I watched the version that had already been,
from last year.
No, this one.
Mm-hmm.
There's the live version where they haven't tampered with the sound. And then when they adjust the sound levels a little bit, and for the playback, if I've got this right, I thought I saw someone in chat mentioning it or something, that they did adjust it because it was overwhelming.
Yeah, it was.
The live one, I mean, it was it could drown them out, basically. My only criticism of the whole show was sometimes the music was louder than their voices. It was just a tiny bit distracting, but that's the only criticism I could give it.
Yeah, and even like because of the types of microphones that they were using, that's just a necessary evil. It's just something that happens with the type of microphones that they're using. If they're using like a headset microphone, it'd be a lot different because it'll only catch their voice.
Well, that's true.
But because they're using like actual standard microphones, it gets background noise and everything like that.
I'm sure they were still directional, but they do catch more.
Especially when you have 2,500 people yelling. Yeah, it's going to catch a little bit of extra noise.
I would be yelling too.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yes.
And cheering and groaning and squealing, and it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And what was that outfit Scanlan was wearing?
I still don't really understand what it was. I don't know if it was supposed to be referencing something else or if it was supposed to be part of the show.
It kind of reminded me of some kind of square-bot, some kind of caricature critter. If anybody knows what he was imitating,
that'd be great to know.
It's like, what is it? Like a Pokemon. Yeah, like a Pokemon. All yellow.
You're not talking about Pikachu, are you?
It might have been.
I don't see him being Pikachu because that'd have been really generic looking.
I don't know.
I think he's trying to be crazy.
Well, he doesn't have to try.
Succeeded with that.
Yeah, definitely. And what was the bit with him and Percy?
Oh, man.
Scanlan and Percy.
So, Vax apparently has been holding on to something that he wanted to give to Grog. It was a love potion. But apparently it only works on people that you would already regularly be attracted to in the first place.
That you would normally be attracted to?
Right. So he couldn't use it on Grog in the way that he wanted to because it wouldn't work with Grog. So he and Grog figured that they would do a prank on Scanlan because Scanlan is just
always
wide
pranking
open.
Everybody.
Yeah. So they somehow Scanlan had no idea, and they were able to get him to drink this potion. And it ended up working a little bit differently than I thought, because I think Vax kind of thought that maybe it would take like a little bit, like it wouldn't be like the first person you looked at that would be the person. But the way that Matt did it, it was the first person that Scanlan looked at ended up being Percy. And for an hour, Scanlan was just enthralled with Percy, and just he wanted him so much.
If I'm not mistaken, which one did the sleight of hand to put it in the drink?
That was
that
Vax.
Vex? No,
Vax. Vax, yeah.
Okay.
Because he did it at the same motion of, like, falling into Keyleth, like, away from the table.
Okay. And he rolled really high.
Yeah, he rolled like a 39 or something like that.
Yeah, the group was going crazy in front of them, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went this way. They were over that way.
Yeah, they were in front of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it was like just the double entendres and the innuendos and the and it's like the double talk and the saying one thing innocently, but it could be taken like 5 different ways.
Or just being straightforward, like, I want to see you naked.
And poor Percy, he doesn't know what's going on. Yep. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
It was funny to see how Vex reacted, too. She was like, whew, she was not happy.
Yeah, she was like, that's my man.
Oh, yeah.
Get away. That's my man. Just tomfoolery. It was a great way to begin the whole thing.
It made Matt, though, I figured he was probably like, well, screw this episode. There ain't nothing that I want happening here. Probably drew up this whole thing.
But he was thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gets a kick out of his friends.
Yes.
And you can see that by the way he reacts. Mm-hmm. He gets a kick out of all of them. Oh gosh, it just went out of my head. Hit another one of those Swiss cheese holes. Well, one of the things that was also cool was when they were getting ready to get on the dragon. So
Was that towards the end of the episode?
yeah, towards the end of the episode.
I don't think I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I left like a little bit at the end. So I don't care. You tell me what happened.
When they were getting on the dragon, and you saw this part because I mentioned it before. Not this episode, but we had a conversation. We had lunch, and we were talking about it then. I think it was Vex. Somebody was asking Keyleth if she wanted to give words of inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
To, give a speech because that gives them extra hit points, 18, I think.
Yeah.
And she as Keyleth, and we forget that she's playing Keyleth. She's not being herself.
Yeah.
Keyleth can be a ditz,
Mm-hmm.
Marisha, she's got some business savvy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, there is a difference. So, Keyleth, is kind of, well. And then she grabs the microphone and the audience goes crazy. And she starts in on her speech. And it was so cool to see them perform.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, they are playing their characters and performing weekly on Critical Role. But when you're in front of a live audience, there's a different little bit of spice.
Oh, yeah.
Spice? That comes into play.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see her perform and to have the audience so right there with her.
Yeah.
Travis, the subtleties. All he would have to do is just raise an eyebrow or something,
Yep.
And they're trying not to let Vecna know while they're waiting for the ring that Vex got that would prevent Vecna from eavesdropping. While they were waiting for that to attune, they were talking, oh, well, we're just going to stay here and not doing, and Grog is going, what? What do you mean we're not bad? What? And he just wasn't getting it, and they couldn't say anything, about it. And he was ready to go charging off by himself if he had to. But that was, a ploy they were doing, a decoy, until the ring took effect, and then it's okay, we decided we're going to go. Oh, okay then. And that was just so well played. All of it was so well played. What was it? Oh, there was a wonderful... Oh. I don't know if you saw this part or not, when they're riding the dragon. The dragon is doing a nosedive down to the waterfall on the Titan.
Yeah, see it.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. All of it is when they realize the size of this thing. But they're hanging on to the back of the bronze dragon. He is, or is it brass?
I think it's brass.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
They're holding on, and they all had to roll for it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
Believe it or not, Grog got 15. It rolled 17, but with his -2.
Oh, man.
I think it was that. But anyway, everybody made their roll, except for Vax and Keyleth. Vax and Keyleth did not make their roll, and they go tumbling off.
Oh, boy.
Well, in order to find out... Somebody can't get in. Can you jump over that? Remind me what we're saying.
Okay.
Okay, baby, there you go. There you go. There's room. So, here he is. My poor baby suffering from flea attack.
The fleas.
Flea invasion. My new hobby is drowning fleas. Get one, put it in the water, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it. These fleas are resistant. Dunk it, dunk it, dunk it, dunk it. They can hold their breath a lot longer than the other ones did. Anyway, so they're, they fell off. Keyleth screams, so Vax gets here's where she's at, knows that she's falling as well. She says something about Whisper, which is his dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Giving him permission to use his dagger because he throws the dagger, it lands, and pulls him to her.
Interesting.
So she gets hit with, piercing damage and psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And Vax, rolls it and says how much it is, and he says, sorry, baby, it's this much piercing damage, and sorry, baby, it's, so much psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, our whole relationship has been psychic damage. So, you have to hear them, I can't say it as well as watching them, perform it, and the nuances and the expressions and the, just the whole thing. It was just and out go her wings, and she turns into a giant eagle. And then this Titan had 4 huge arms. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. And one of the arms hit them.
Okay.
For 80-some points of damage.
Woo! Man.
Yeah. And that, of course, knocked her out of eagle form. And she was still okay. Even after whisper damage and huge arm damage. But they started plummeting again, and then that's when Vax
That opened up his wings?
Opened up his wings. Well, they had done an invisibility spell. The dragon had done an invisibility spell that took care of him and 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And because there was a total of 8 with Pike and the dragon. And Scanlan had done an invisibility spell that took care of the other 4. Well, when Vax attacked, he lost his invisibility.
Okay.
So she's going, smack me, which didn't help anything. I probably remember this out of sequence. But anyway, toward the end there, when he turned, he was on the back of her. That's right. And they're speeding down. All you could see was Vax like this. On nothing, speeding through the air. Everybody else saw, oh look, it was funny. It was just so well done from beginning to end. Can't say enough, about it. You definitely got to go back and watch what you missed.
I probably will.
I'm going to go back and watch it from the beginning because there was so much going on in the beginning.
Yeah.
There was. Yeah, I'm going to watch the whole thing again. It's just that good.
How good of an episode?
Chomp, 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 chomp. Get that flea. We sprayed the house. We sprayed the yard. We sprayed him. Now we're waiting. It's funny to see some of the fleas running away and like this. And the other one's going, I can do this! I can do this!
Yeah, there was a flea in my room like last week, and it was on my monitor, It was like bouncing everywhere. Like, I mean, holy cow, them things are fast.
Yeah,
Then I grabbed one and I was smooshing it with my fingers, and I would just lift it and it's still moving.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was like smooshing it.
You have to drown them. That's
Or cut them in half at least. You can't do that.
Well, I don't have a knife that's small. And I'd probably cut my fingers off instead. Anyway. I don't know. Maybe everybody's having trouble with it. Sometimes.
Maybe, because we're going to have to spray ourselves, actually.
And that's weird,
There's
because
some
you
in our
don't have a
yard.
pet.
No, yeah. There's some in our yard that we think, so we're going to do that.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the Artbook.
Oh, yeah.
Burke.
The artwork.
I've been listening to Brian too long. Turnt.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Wayne Foster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Talks Machina guy?
Oh, yeah.
I like how he plays with words, though. And you can't really do that successfully if you don't already know the proper way. I get a kick out of Carsey, who plays D&D with us. And instead of a question, it's quenchen.
Quenching, yeah.
It's a quenchen. Can I ask a quenchen, please? And she does, there's several other words that she does that with. And I get a kick out of it. Because she, you know that she knows how it's supposed to be said. In the way that she does it. So, anyway. Yes.
Yes. The art book.
The art book. Now, how many different artists contributed to this?
I think you said like 89 or something like that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Different artists?
Yeah, and it could have been more. I mean, they had so many to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
And the art book is about Tales of Vox Machina, right?
Yeah. As far as I understand.
That happened before, or what they've shown.
I think it's the campaign guide is what follows what happened before. I think, or it might be the art book that has it. I know it's something.
I think
It might be the campaign, or might be the art book.
It rubs off.
I'm not really sure. So, yeah, it's one of the two that does that. I don't remember.
You
Which
can't
one.
hang around Nana too much. It kind of affects. The campaign guide is so that you can play
In the world of Tal'Dorei.
like Exandria.
Exandria.
Yeah, so that and it relates to stuff that, places that Vox Machina has been and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's available both in book form and PDF. The book form is going to take you a while because the response
very
was
high demand.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
So, that might take a while. But there may still be a deal where you can get, it's a deal in getting both.
Mm-hmm. It's like $5 extra for the PDF or something like that.
Right, and alone I think the PDF or the book by itself is like in the 30s maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember for sure, so you'd have to check that out. But anyway, the campaign guide is so that you can run your own games and stuff in this world.
Yeah.
In the setting of Exandria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The art book, they drew upon at least 80-some artists.
Different artists, yep.
Different artists. And it is like a storybook.
Yeah, basically visual representation of the stories.
And I'm not sure if it's the stories that happened before they started live streaming, or if it includes stuff that we've already seen.
That's something.
Are we keeping
that I'd like to. I think that's something I'd like to figure out because I know it's something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it'd be really really cool.
Yeah. Either way, it's a storybook.
Yeah.
That is illustrated, an illustrated storybook of Vox Machina.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is. So that's like 3 things I want to get.
Yeah.
4 if you include the sweatshirt that I've heard so much about. The Vox Machina
Oh,
sweatshirt.
yeah.
Oh, and that was also what was funny. There was a whisper done on the live program. You didn't catch that part?
I might have. What was it?
While it was something Scanlan rolled really high on, and it was information, and Matt went ahead and gave 2 of the places that they would be going to, but there was more to it that was a whisper. So he pulled, he went over to Scanlan and was telling him, the other information. And the audience, somebody in the audience goes, normally on the show, whenever they're doing a whisper, the audience, someone said, and now in our merchandise store, we have, because that's what they usually do to cover for the whisper, we have this available, or they'll talk about, our sponsor, But it was funny to hear this guy very prominently filling in a gap, and everybody was laughing and commenting, responding. It was just, it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
It is just so cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was a wonderful event.
Very much so. Matter of fact, if they're going to be there again next year.
Planning on going.
Going to try to squirrel away $5 here, $5 there, whatever. Get all the credit cards paid down so I can use them if need be. And we're going to intend.
We're going to intend on attending.
Very good. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. We're going to intend on attending next year because we're in Ohio. So Indianapolis is like 6 hours away.
Yeah, not that far.
No. It would just be a cool thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Oh! I hit the desk and the door flapped down for the keyboard. Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers it.
I think so. I think those are the highlights. Episode 109.
109. The Ominous March.
I'm glad you said it because I probably would have screwed it up. I can't say invisible. I don't want to know how I would try to say ominous. Ominous.
Ominous.
I said it.
There you go.
Yeah. So, if you get the chance, if you haven't seen it, you got to go see it.
Yeah.
And if you have, then I think you know what I'm talking about. And, let us know what your favorite part was.
Yeah.
Or what you got a kick out of. Mm-hmm. Or, whatever you want to say. We would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, we will say goodbye for now.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you stopped by. We have no product placement except for soda.
Yep.
So, soda of your choice. And, is it Thursday yet?
Is it Thursday yet?
No, it's Tuesday. Tonight is Talks Makana.
That's right. So it's almost Thursday.
Yeah. And more Critical Role. So, you guys take care. God bless you. I hope you have a good one. And until next time, take care and God bless.
Bye.
Bye.